Hello, I'm Sam the Pomeranian. And what you're about to hear is not just a news report, it's a warning. A moment that may define the next decade. Or the next war. Last night, something happened that we've all been expecting and dreading. Israel launched a military operation deep inside Iran. Not just a drone strike. Not just a warning. A full-scale, precise attack against Iran's nuclear program. Facilities in Natanz, Fordow, and Isfahan, names that have become symbols of Iran's uranium ambitions, were hit. Reports suggest Israel successfully disabled part of Iran's nuclear infrastructure and eliminated key figures responsible for its development. But what's more stunning, this wasn't done from a distance. It's now confirmed that Israeli drones were launched from inside Iran. Yes, inside. This means Israeli agents had infiltrated Iranian territory, established a launch base, and struck from within. Let that sink in. This is no longer a shadow war. This is direct face-to-face confrontation between two states, with global consequences. Why did Israel do it? Because for Israel, this wasn't a political move. It was an existential one. Iran's leadership has been calling for Israel's destruction for decades. Not metaphorically, literally. And when your enemy says he's going to destroy you and builds the tools to do it, at some point you stop talking and start acting. That's what happened. Israel made a decision. We will not wait for the world. We will not wait for another North Korea. Iran, of course, responded. Hundreds of drones and missiles were launched toward Israel. Most were intercepted, but not all. This is just the beginning. Iran will now turn to its allies and proxies, Hezbollah in Lebanon, the Houthis in Yemen, militias in Iraq. They'll try to spread the battlefield, but Iran has a problem. No shared border with Israel. That means longer distances, more vulnerable supply lines, and more room for Israel to counter-strike. Still, this conflict could expand. And that's what makes it dangerous. Let's zoom out. What does this mean for the world? First, energy markets are already reacting. Oil prices have jumped. The threat to the Strait of Hormuz, through which a third of the world's oil passes, is real. If Iran tries to blockade the strait, the consequences will be global. Second, Russia is smiling. Because while Israel and Iran clash, the world's attention shifts. And every dollar added to the price of oil is another dollar for the Kremlin's war machine in Ukraine. Make no mistake, Iran and Russia are partners. And when Iran burns, Putin profits. Third, Ukraine and Israel are now fighting the same war. Not geographically, but philosophically. They are both democracies surrounded by regimes that believe violence is diplomacy, and lies are truth. They are both saying, we will not disappear, we will not be erased. Israel shows the world how to strike before it's too late. Ukraine shows the world how to stand when it is. This is the New World Order, not led by treaties, led by survival. But here's the question that keeps me awake. Did Israel stop the bomb, or just delay it? Because some reports say Iran's deep underground site in Fordow might have survived. That means the clock hasn't stopped, just ticked louder. And what if Iran now pulls out of the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty? What if it says, you struck us, now we go all in? Then what? Then the world faces its greatest nuclear risk since the Cuban Missile Crisis. Now, what about the Arab world? Behind closed doors, many Arab governments are silently pleased. Iran's influence, especially its interference in Yemen, Syria, Iraq, has made them nervous for years. But in public, they must condemn Israel. Why? Because the people on the streets, angry about Gaza, angry about inequality, will not accept silence. So we now have a dangerous divide. Leaders who quietly approve, and populations who loudly oppose. That's a recipe for unrest. And unrest creates chaos. And chaos is the fuel of war. The final danger is this: precedent. Other regimes are watching. North Korea, Pakistan, even potential future nuclear powers. They now see, if you don't hide, you get hit. If you wait, you get bombed. That changes nuclear logic for a generation. And when nuclear logic changes, so does the world. So what's next? Iran may launch more strikes. Israel may respond harder. There may be cyber attacks, oil embargoes, proxy wars. And in the middle of it all, millions of ordinary people, scared, exhausted, uncertain. But one thing is already clear. The rules have changed. Israel will strike if it must. Iran will retaliate if it can. And the rest of the world? It must choose. Appeasement or defense. Delay or action. Truth or denial. I'm Sam the Pomeranian, and this is not the last time you'll hear from me about this. Because this isn't just the Middle East. This is the front line of the modern world. If you want to understand what's coming, not just feel it, not just fear it, stay with me. Bark loud, bite smart, and never let the darkness win.